Hello, everybody.
Hey, we're live.
Happy Thursday.
Is it Thursday?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we are live today.
Indeed, we are.
Alive.
Praise Jesus.
So today, we're going to talk about a few things. But first, I wanted to ask you, how was your day today?
Oh, well, today it was challenging.
Okay.
It was challenging, very. You know, those speedways, I tell you. But really what I wanted to tell you about was my weekend. Didn't want to get into a lot of it. It was a 50th birthday party. It was themed. So the theme was the roaring 1920s. Shout out to my girl Janie, Kelly Smith, aka Janie.
Hi, Janie. Happy birthday.
It was all that, Janie. I loved it. It was really, really, really nice. And I had a really nice time. And I'm looking forward to whatever else you do, girl. Just do it. I'll be there. So that's what we did. Well, that's what I did.
Okay.
And I did it with all of them, and we had a ball.
Okay.
I got
Sounds
pics.
good. Sounds good.
I got pics, selfies.
All right.
What about you?
My day was.
How you doing?
It was okay. I gotten a little fender bender this morning, but you know what? I'm just grateful. I'm in pain, a little bit of pain today, but I'm grateful to see another day.
Oh, yeah, it could have been worse.
I'm grateful to see another day.
Yeah.
And what's that saying? This too shall pass. It's gonna pass.
And what don't kill you makes you stronger.
Right. And you know,
you're here.
We can't take these things with us when we leave this earth. So it's all good. The moment you drive off that car lot, your car depreciates.
Yes, it does.
So it is what it is.
It is what it is. It's material.
But I'm a little I don't even know how to put into words. I'm not discouraged. I think I'm hopeful.
Okay.
And being prayerful. In the fact that God does not want to leave his children in the dark.
That's in the word.
And so, you know, a lot of times when he shows you something, it's not necessarily for everyone around you, but it's for you to digest first.
Oh yeah. Yes.
And
first partaker.
Yes.
I'm told. Yes.
And so today I wanted to, since this is my night.
Take it away, girl.
This is my night. It's our night, but it's my night as far as the topic.
Yes, as far as the topic. I'm just going.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about Cain and Abel in the Bible.
I read that.
And I wanted to challenge someone that's on either side of that.
Interesting.
Either side of that.
Interesting.
Because we all know that there's two sides to every story.
Yes.
And then they used to say there's two sides to every story, and then there's God's side.
And there's, the truth.
Okay, the truth.
Yes.
That will make you free.
Here's an oxymoron for that. That was actually a horribly beautiful story. Horribly beautiful, if that makes any sense. I'm calling it an oxymoron.
It makes a lot of sense to me because there's a great and terrible day coming.
Yes, yes, indeed. We're at we in the mouth of it. Yes.
And so you know, I have gotten some feedback about the live and about you know, people that feel like all church people are hypocrites and no, I don't want to go to church and but I do love the Lord. And what that might look like for some people. Some people may never come to the house of the Lord.
Right.
That's their prerogative.
Right.
But either we're in this world. We're not of the world, but we're in this world. And while we're in this world, we're going to run across all type of people.
Yes.
Different nationalities. Different ethnicities.
Right.
I mean, we go to work, we're going to be challenged. And if you don't work, you may be challenged at Walmart waiting to, scan your groceries out. You're going to be challenged. You're going to be hit. You're going to be knocked down. What is that? What's the word says? Cast down, but not destroyed. So you're going to go through some things. And, I really want someone that's watching this to say, okay, what type of person do I choose to be? I personally, and this is just my personal opinion, I don't like to joke around when it comes to jealousy. Because I think it's a bitter root. I think it's an evil seed. You know what I'm saying?
The Bible says it's cruel as the grave.
Right. And I don't like to joke around like, oh, I'm so godly jealous of you. What's that?
Oh.
I just, and I've had people say that to
left-handed, me.
And so it's like in my mind, I'm like, you're godly jealous of me.
You have to process that. What's that mean? What
is that?
Yeah, I've heard that term before.
So
I'm with you. I'm not sure.
Now I think there's a scripture that references says, I am a jealous God.
Yes.
He doesn't want any gods before him. He doesn't want us worshiping anything higher than him.
Yes, but I don't think that's the same.
No, that's not the. I'm trying to hit them Bible scholars. Oh no, it's in the word. He's a jealous God. I'm trying to hit them Bible scholars.
You
but
do that.
But so I'm in this place, and I'm in this spiritual place of observation. I'm in this spiritual place of hearing. And I feel like I'm so sensitive. You know how when you take your shower and you get out the shower and your pores are wide and you're just so sensitive.
Yes.
And I'm just observing the house, just observing the things that are in the house of God that shouldn't be. And one of them is jealousy. One of them is jealousy.
I agree.
And I think if you are that person and you are aspiring, we talked about identity crisis.
We did.
You see something you like. And I'm going to use Juanita Bynum. Not everybody likes her, but she has a great following. And I'm not touching that. I think she's a very anointed woman of God. But there are some people that are aspiring to be just like her. I mean, so to the point where they're wearing their hair like her. Right. They're talking like, oh, I met somebody like that. I was like, you see, I was like, oh my God.
Well, people do that. They do,
I was like,
they don't know who they are, so they gotta try to be.
And so somebody. They take on somebody else's identity.
Yeah.
That's an identity crisis.
It is.
Because I just think scary. That you're not only are you kind of impersonating and mimicking someone, you're cheating yourself. I want to come into the fullness of who I am.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? And I know, trust me, I get it, guys. I know it's a process. I know your mother or your father or your boyfriend told you you ain't nothing. You ain't gonna never be. I get that. But at some point, something inside of you, we were all made with souls, with hearts, with minds.
Yeah.
And even if you're not there, I didn't get here overnight. But you know what? I asked God, I said, show me who I am. Give me a glimpse. You ain't got to show me everything. Give me a glimpse of who I am and where I'm going so that I can get strength from it to stand.
Yes. Agreed. I just had that conversation.
We don't come into this world having it all, knowing it all. We are ever learning. We're always going to be learning how to do things better.
Right.
I'm going to tell you, One of my daughters is having a child. What having a child look like today is different than what having a child look like 30 something years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And if I were to ask my mom what her pregnancy looked like, oh, we ain't do that. You know, now they're like, oh, don't eat this, don't do that, don't lay down on this side, don't. I said, girl, I'd have been a nut if I had to follow each and everything that they have lined up for these pregnancies. I would be a complete nut.
That's what they're doing.
Don't sleep on. I mean, you know, you're not gonna sleep on your stuff. Don't stand on your. Don't do this. Don't put the seatbelt. What?
And they're talking to a generation that does the most.
Oh my God.
They do it all.
And you know, it's because they're full of knowledge. We ain't have all that knowledge, honey. If I wanted me a hot dog, I ate a hot dog. I'm telling you.
Right.
So it's grievous to me. Yes. And I'm like, God, is this where you want me to be? Is this how you want me to pray? Because even your prayers during this time are going to be unselfish. I find myself more worried about my brother and sister than I do me.
Good. That's good.
You understand?
I believe that's where he wants us.
And then you hear those stories about people suffering, and all I can give you is what I'm doing. I can't receive that.
I can't either. No.
Oh, we fed 1,000 souls and 900 of them got. Are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness.
God is greater than your numbers. He's greater than your agenda.
That's right.
He's greater. And you have just boxed him in with your works. You just boxed him in. You just put the handcuffs on him with your works. There's a scripture that you would say, it's not least any man should boast. It's not by works least any man.
Ephesians 2, I believe it is.
I like to read that.
8, 9.
I like to read that before this is over. But my heart felt a pull to rip some covers off and to provoke not only believers, but unbelievers. Do you want to continue to walk in that? I'm jealous. You got a Mercedes and I got a Nissan Road.
I'm gonna keep my Mercedes.
Wait a minute, but listen, and I think I limit myself in being jealous of you because, I don't know what it took to get that Mercedes.
Now that's the truth. What price did you have to pay?
I'm limiting myself
beyond that. Yeah.
And being jealous of something that you have. Do I even want a Mercedes? No. But I've met people, I can't stand her. She thinks wait a minute. Is she thinking or are you thinking?
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I worked as a CNA. I worked my off. I mean, doubles, triples. I mean, your girl was there. I worked. And I remember going into work, and I might have been doing a double. I know it was like a 3 to 11 shift or something like that. And I had just got a car. I was so proud of that car. I was like, and it wasn't a brand new car. It was a Mazda 626. You couldn't tell nobody nothing.
I had one when you had. So we wasn't.
And so I remember hearing this lady coming on shift. She said, "Is that your car?" I said, "Yes." And it, mind you, it was used. I don't even know how much I paid. It wasn't a lot. I'ma scratch it. Girl.
This is a friendly.
I was heated. You gonna do what?
She gonna scratch it. Why did she say that?
And at that time, I wasn't walking in the precepts of the Lord. So, but we can only imagine.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's what jealousy does. It has no reason.
She just came right on out with that.
Oh, yeah. And why would she even? It was spiritual to me because, okay, the parking lot's full.
Yeah.
So how you gonna come in the door? Is that yours? I'ma scratch it, girl. I went from 0 to 1,000 because all I could think about was my hard work.
Yeah.
And I think about when you on the news when you hear about people dying because of what they have. Now there's a wisdom even in that, you know, and nowadays even more so. I don't know that I would want to be rich because of what you have. Not everybody's going to reason with what you have. Not everybody's going to evaluate the story. See, and why I wanted to talk about Cain and Abel, I'm getting there because it's taking me a minute.
I feel it coming.
Why I wanted to talk about them was because the Lord dealt with Cain. He dealt with him. And he said, if you don't do good, do you think that I'm a God that wouldn't reward you? Do you think? If you so we have a choice.
I was gonna say there are some who obviously think that way. And he was one of them. He couldn't see it. What is it? Side swipe, blindsided. Blindsided by the perhaps jealousy. Are you blindsided by jealousy? I certainly hope not. It's cruel. It's a cruel thing to do. Cruel as the grave. I'm so glad you didn't go to 1,000 that day and hurt somebody. I know. But you was trained up in the way that you should go.
And I showed out a little bit.
Well, yeah. Yeah. You gotta show them, you know.
I showed out a little bit. I showed out a little bit.
Somebody start messing with your stuff. You gotta let them know some things. But I hear you. I hear you. This is serious. So the Lord spoke to Cain, and that's what he said. He said, you don't think that I would
withhold.
Yeah.
Why would I withhold?
You think that I would withhold
something good for you?
Reward. Yeah.
If your intentions were good.
Do you think Abel already knew that?
The other side of that is...
Because how was it that he did what was right while Cain didn't?
I think it's the heart.
So it's a matter of the heart.
And it wasn't a competition.
Not at all.
You know, here it is we got one tiller of the ground. And then we got one that's keeping the sheep and the, you know, he's like a hunter.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But all he could think about was to give God his best.
Yes. The ultimate sacrifice.
And you know what? There are going to be casualties of war. There are going to, I think of Stephen, how he was stoned. There's going to be casualties of war. And I think we're so quick to judge that. And I don't want to, you know, and those are some of the things that we are indoctrinated in, judging people. I don't want to fall into that. You know what I'm saying?
Amen,
I don't want to say, oh, sister so-and-so died because she was wicked.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
Yes, you can't do that.
It's appointed unto every man to die.
Once to die.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not my lane. That's not, And that's not what God has called us to do.
No.
And all I'm saying is I would like to see more people open their minds, expand their minds into realizing that everybody has a story. To look at me, you wouldn't be able to tell, oh, I had a Mazda and all those hours I worked. All you're going to see with your naked eyes, I'm driving a nice car. Not how I got it.
Right.
Not the blood, the sweat, the tears, the sacrifice.
The sacrifices.
You're not going to see that. And I just think we owe it to one another. Brotherly love should continue. It should.
I think first we got to recognize that we are brothers and sisters.
Yes. Let me tell you something.
We don't recognize it.
Let me tell you something. I was at the Speedway getting me some coffee.
Oh, Jesus.
I
was challenged.
I liked your coffee.
I do too. I love it.
So I'm getting my coffee, and this guy's there talking. And he's like, oh, you don't know this song? And he was singing the song. I said, no, sir, I don't know it. And he's like, oh, you're missing out. I'm like, okay, I'm sure I am. I said, but you need to go, go sit on The Voice or something, go audition. So he started laughing. He was a construction guy. So the other guy was with him. He said, buddy, he said, I'm sorry, I already checked out, or I'd have bought your coffee. I said, I got your coffee. Boom.
That was nice.
Let me tell you, that man
lit up like a Christmas.
No, he was like, I'm telling you.
Oh, wow. He was in shock.
Not. He stood there for a good, might have been 10 minutes. He was so mind blown. And you know what? That's what God is calling us to do.
That's right.
We're to be the salt of the earth.
Let the brotherly love continue.
We're to be the salt of the
earth.
Right. And it's like he waited in the background. And the cashier, I said, I got him. I said, hold up your coffee. He held it up. I said, boom, I'm out.
Pay that gospel forward. I know that's right.
I'm not there telling you come to my church.
Right.
I'm not there telling you got to live this way. You got to do this way. You got to die that way.
Hello.
You got to go down this way. You got to do this, do that, do
right,
that.
Right. That's what
and
they do.
And it's just, I think I'm just, and I have to pray for these people.
Can I just bust in and say, and I like the way you were like, and I didn't say
no,
you had to do this, that, or this. And that's the difference between religion and relationship. You showed relationship. And relationship shows no wickedness, no jealousy.
Thank you,
no
Lord.
evil, no ill motivation.
I'm coming into the realization of
there's a difference.
When I release something from me, I'm coming to the realization.
That. Yeah, the realization.
That very thing that I have released has God's signature on it.
Woo!
I'm coming. And honey, let me tell you something. I ain't say Betty's signature. Because if it's my signature, throw in the trash. Because it ain't. It's going to break. It's going to fall. Because that's the flesh.
No good thing in the flesh.
It's the flesh.
No good thing.
But he's allowing me to see. If I release it, I think that's what Abel did. I don't think Abel felt a thing. Because Abel had it made up in his mind.
I'm going to have to read that again.
He had it made up in his mind.
I like that.
That I'm going to give God my best.
My very best.
And I want to cry. I do. I want to cry right now. Because that's how we ought to be. We ought to be determined.
Yeah.
And what does God's best look like? It don't look like what you're thinking. It looks like what my sister said. It looks relationship. It looks like you know him.
It's a more excellent way.
You know him.
It's a more excellent way.
That I might know you in the fellowship of my suffering.
And in the power of your resurrection. Yes. Resurrecting that which is dead. You see? And bringing all the good to life. Honey, that jealousy is definitely a work of the flesh.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, God, what do you want me to do with this?
Ooh, this is good. This is good.
I'm telling you.
It's something to ponder.
It is. It is. And you know, and this is the thing. When you told me God was dealing with you with truth, this is a part of that truth. This is a part of that. Yes. And I can't wait until next week. I can't wait to hear what he's been talking to you about, because that is a part of what I'm seeing, the undercurrent of deception. I'm seeing the undercurrent of jealousy.
Yes. The undercurrent.
It ought not be. It ought not be. And those things you can freely take to the throne. Look, I've been walking in jealousy for a minute. Okay. I mean, we got drug dealers that's confessing. We got heroin addicts that's confessing. What about the jealousy that's in your heart?
No, they ain't confessing that.
What about that?
That's the hidden, that's that undercurrent. That's that undercurrent.
And I also thought about Saul and David when they came back from that war. And they were like, Saul killed his thousands, but David killed tens of thousands. And how Saul didn't put that thing at the feet of Jesus. But Saul really, I don't know, quite what to say about Saul. He knew who God was, but he didn't take it a step further, I guess, to the relationship again.
See?
Because I would have been like, Daddy, you hear them?
That's the difference. Relationship people go to Daddy. Religious people I shouldn't say religious people. I don't want to say that.
Well,
Let me say religion.
Okay.
Wants to take matters in its own hand.
Okay.
Relationship goes to the person that we're in relationship with.
Okay.
We go to the Father.
And I've been a big crybaby lately.
That's good.
And I've been taking him so much.
That's real good.
I hope he don't say that's enough one day.
No, he bottles up your tears.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yes, he'll bottle them up.
And I heard that there's a book of tears. I didn't know that.
I think I heard of that.
See, I never heard of that.
I don't know where it is.
It's in Revelation.
Really? I'm gonna check it out.
Yes.
You said a word that just keeps resonating and ringing, and you said you are recognizing the undercurrent.
Yes.
Of many things.
Yes.
In this particular place that you're in.
Yes.
So I thought what I would do is define the word undercurrent.
Okay.
For those who don't know how it's defined. And sometimes I just like to get a better understanding of what you're talking about. So now you are detecting or discerning or just feeling an undercurrent.
Yes.
And undercurrent is defined as this: an underlying feeling or influence, especially one that is contrary to the prevailing atmosphere and is not expressed openly.
Deception. Ugh.
Yes. Yeah, that one there, that was actually the first definition. Because the second definition is, of course, a current of water below the surface and moving in a different direction from any surface current. But I like this. It says an underlying feeling or influence, especially one that is contrary to the prevailing atmosphere and is not expressed openly, you are sensing some contrary undercurrents. And again, we're talking about the difference between relationship and religion. I don't know how we got there, but that's what's happening. You're in relationship, and now, as you continue deeper in your relationship with God, you will begin to discern more clearly all the contrary undercurrents, probably more than you've ever seen before, if you've ever even seen it. Some people don't see it. They think it's the norm for people to just be. Yeah, it's amazing. That's why I go to laughing when I see them agents, those contrary influences start popping out of the woodwork and doing their thing. It's actually, it's almost comical because it's just amazing how in the unseen realm, those influences come from out of nowhere and try to infiltrate the minds of those who are unlearned.
Yes.
And open and willing.
Yes.
To be used in those ways. Yes. And they just carry on and on and on.
So
as if nobody can see it.
If you had something to say to Cain right now, I tell Cain to stop killing Abel. I would. And I would tell whoever else that's killing Abel, because Abel was innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. Abel had an appointed time. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm meaning stop killing. I'm saying I would tell Cain stop killing Abel as far as the jealousy, as far as the envy. And some people use those interchangeably. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I was going to tell you, look up envy, because some people think that envy is okay and it's not.
Well, you know what they try to do?
I'm envious of you.
Yeah. They won't tell the truth. They won't tell the truth.
That's the truth.
See, and envy to me is probably the lightweight way of saying I'm jealous.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lightweight jealousy. That's what it is. That's the truth. Need I look it up?
Go ahead. It may be a lightweight jealousy. No, it may be a lightweight statement, but it's not. The act is not lightweight.
Right. It's still contrary. It's a contrary undercurrent.
And there's something in scripture that talks about being envious.
Mm-hmm. Should I look up envy or envious?
Envy.
Okay, we'll go with that. And we're getting from that, yes. It's a feeling of discontent. A feeling of discontented or resentful longing aroused by someone else's possessions, qualities, or luck.
Ooh.
It's right here.
Okay.
They can't see it.
No, they can't see it.
I don't even know why I tried it.
Okay, so
it's there though. It's there.
1 Corinthians 13:4 said, love is patient. Love is kind, but does not envy.
Keep going.
It does not boast.
Sure don't.
And it is not proud.
There it is.
Stop killing Abel.
Stop killing Abel.
And ask God to take that jealous spirit out of your heart. That spirit of deception. One thing I do know about the Holy Ghost.
That contrary undercurrent.
The Holy Spirit is a revealer. It will reveal my mess. It will reveal your mess. Oh, yes. It will reveal everybody's mess.
Yeah, he'll uncover it. He'll uncover that contrary wind.
Take it to the Lord in prayer.
Yes.
Anything else you want to say?
You said it all, my sister. And I receive every last bit of it. That's good. That's good. I hope somebody got something out of that today. I sure did. That was an earful. You know, we need to examine ourselves, examine the motivation of your heart when it comes to, you know, God is not partial. You know, what he did for me, what he did for her, what he's doing for us, he'll do for you. But get in relationship so that you can understand that he is that kind of father. He's that kind of father. It takes relationship to see that. I thank God I'm in relationship. I'm so glad I'm saved, aren't you?
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Oh my goodness. He saved us from those contrary undercurrent personality traits.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that was just all that.
Mm-hmm.
You make me want to dig in. I gotta dig in and get some more of that. That's good. But well said, sister. I hope everybody was blessed and educated in some way.
Yes.
You know, and again, you know, put in a place or a position where you'll begin to examine your motives when it comes to what you're saying, what you're doing, how you're thinking, even as it pertains to others. You know, and how was that defined? Their possessions and, you know, I can't even remember the definition, but I know it was that. Here it is. Here it is. Let's grab that one more time.
Grab it one more time.
Because I want you, I really want you to get it. Because this envy and jealousy, it's all the same to me. A feeling of discontent or resentful longing aroused by someone else's possessions, qualities, or luck.
Oh my God.
Don't be enslaved by
coveting.
That. Yeah. Yeah. Don't be
someone
a slave
else's.
To this.
I don't want my husband. I want your husband.
And oh Jesus. And I know people think like that. I know it.
Mm-hmm.
They rather your husband.
And God told me I'm gonna have your husband.
Then they'll put God in it. Ain't that some stuff? See what I'm saying?
Because you're having trouble and you don't love him like I do.
Y'all better look this thing up. Look that thing up. It says you're discontented. Mm-hmm. That word alone tells me.
Oh, wow.
That's not a good idea.
Right.
Discontentment.
Because he'll keep you in perfect peace.
Woo. Then you got to reap that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody believe in that?
No, that's a whole nother lie. Look at that.
That reaping and sowing is a whole
no, that's a whole nother lie. Y'all ain't ready
we gonna
for that.
Get there.
Oh,
we
yeah.
gonna get there.
So we're just looking forward to Tell the Truth next week.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. Sips and tips. You guys have a wonderful evening and good night.
God bless.